A very good morning to all of you. How are you all? I hope that you all are fine and fit and you all are staying safe at your home. As you all know, I am your English teacher, Miss Priyanka. And in today's class, what we are going to learn is that you all know. But if I start asking you so many questions, if I say, which one is your home? What are you doing? Right? And other questions like, what is your name? So the words which I am using here, like which, what, do you know what these words are called? If we talk about pronouns, so what type of pronouns are these? Yes, I am here talking about interrogative pronoun. So in today's class, the topic will be interrogative pronouns. As you all understand with this word, interrogative, it means I am talking about questions. I am talking about questions. Let us read the definition so that the concept will be much clear to you. Interrogative pronouns are question words. These are basically the question words. Example, who, whom, whose, which, what. All these are interrogative pronouns. Okay? Now, if we talk about these pronouns are who, whom, whose. But they are having different grammatical nature, right? They are having different grammatical nature. If I talk about who, so who is used here as a subject, right? Who is used here as a subject and it refers to people. Earlier also I told you that if I said the painter who draws very well, so here I am using who as a relative pronoun, but who is used for people. Who is used for people. If I talk about whom, so whom is used as an object and again it refers to people. Whereas if I talk about whose refers to or whose has the grammatical nature of possession, right? It has a nature of possessive pronoun and it also refers to people, right? There are two more interrogative pronoun, which and what. They are used both as subject and object. Which and what both are used as subject as well as objects and they refer to both people and things, right? This is the whole concept of interrogative pronouns. It means when we talk about the question words, we are talking about interrogative pronouns. Understood? Now let us move forward. If I say, right, if there are interrogative pronouns whose, which, what have a determiner function, that means modifying a noun. I am talking about some of the interrogative pronouns. What are these? These are whose, which and what, right? Whose, which and what. They have the determiner function because they modifies the noun, right? Interrogative pronouns with determiner function. Interrogative with pronouns with determiner functions are called interrogative adjectives. Understood? The pronouns which have the determiner function, they are known as interrogative adjectives. For example, if I say whose daughter is Kamla, right? So here it is acting as an determiner and it is also known as interrogative adjective, right? So whenever we will see these interrogative pronouns or the question words, this will come in our mind by listening the words like who, whom, whose, which, what. You will easily understand that we are here talking about interrogative pronouns. Is it clear? Now students, come to page number 32 of your book and there is one exercise number H. Fill in the blanks using correct interrogative pronouns. Dash is singing in the other room, right? So you have to fill interrogative pronoun. So you will write in first who. What you are going to write? who is singing in the other room? So first one here is who. Come to the second one. It is dash happened to Oliver in the end. So what can we use? Yes, we can make use of what. What happened to Oliver in the end? Come to the third one. It is dash should I meet to register for the summer camp. So students, tell me which interrogative pronoun I can use. Yes, we can make use of whom. Come to the fourth one. Dash is that cycle with a flat tire. Whose is that cycle with a flat tire? Fifth, dash is the switch for the fan. Which is the switch for the fan? Right? So you have to fill all these interrogative pronouns in these 5 dashes. Right? If we talk about the next exercise, that is exercise number I. In the following sentences, underline the interrogative pronoun with a determiner function and circle the others. Means those pronouns which are acting as a determiners, means which are modifying the noun. So at that time we are going to underline them, and the pronouns which are not having that determiner function, they are just interrogative pronouns. So we are going to circle them. Is it clear? So now students, the first one here is, what flavor of ice cream do you like the best? Here what is showing the determiner function. So we are going to underline it. We are going to underline it. This is exercise number H and this is exercise number I. Okay, this is exercise number I we are doing. Now, what flavor of ice cream do you like the best? So you will underline what. Come to the second one. Second one here is, whose was the bag left in the school bus? Whose? Whose here is simply an interrogative pronoun. So you will circle it. Is it clear? Come to the third one. Which train should I get into? Right? Which train? So it is modifying the noun. So you are going to underline which. Like this, you are going to underline with the pencil. Next is, which is the train that goes to Kanpur? Here, which is simply interrogative pronoun. So you are going to circle it. Alright. Come to the fifth one. Whose cat catches more mice? Mine or yours? Right? So you are going to underline whose. Right? As it is acting as a determiner. Right? So we have underlined the interrogative pronouns with a determiner function, and we have put a circle on the other interrogative pronouns. Is it clear? Now come to exercise number J. Quickly come to exercise number J. We will be doing exercise number J. Write questions using interrogative pronouns to get the given sentences as answers. If the answer is, Ajit's brother left the fridge open. So students, you tell me what question I can frame. I will say, who left the fridge open? Write it down fast. Who left the fridge open? And you will get the answer, Ajit's brother left the fridge open. Is it clear? Come to the next one. The astronomers saw a new planet through the telescope. So the question will be, what did the astronomers see through the telescope? Write down the question. What did the astronomers see through the telescope? This is the question you have to frame. Now come to the third one. Third is, Roshan's grandfather is a judge. Answer I have given you. Roshan's grandfather is a judge. Now you frame the question. What is Roshan's grandfather? So what answer you will get? Roshan's grandfather is a judge. Is it clear? Come to the fourth one. The coat on the hook is my uncle's. So, what question you can frame? Whose is the coat on the hook? If I will ask, whose is the coat on the hook? So, you will say, the coat on the hook is my uncle's. Yes, so it belongs to my uncle. Is it clear? Come to the fifth one, and the answer is Rachna's house is the one on the left. Rachna's house is the one on the left. Now you frame the question. What will be the question? Question will be, which is Rachna's house? If I will ask you the question, which is Rachna's house? Then obviously your answer will be Rachna's house is one in the left, or Rachna's house is the one on the right. But in book it is given left, right? So this way you are going to form the questions accordingly. Okay, students? Now students, the next heading in your book is Demonstrative Pronouns. What does this word demonstrative, or it came from actually demonstration. Demonstration means to show or to point. If I say this marker, so I am pointing out this marker, right? If I am saying that wall, so I am pointing out that wall. This board, so I am pointing out particular this thing, right? So all these words, this, that, these, those, all these are demonstrative pronouns, right? For singular, I told you that for singular, these are used. This and that are used, right? Not these. I'm saying that these two are used for singulars. This and that. And for plural, these and those are used. These are used for singular. These two are used for singular, and these two are used for plural, right? So if I say this is my board, so I am talking about a thing which is near to me, right? And if that singular thing will be far, so I will say that is my board, right? If I talk about plural, so I will say these things are mine, right? I am talking about some plural things and these are near to me. And if these, if they are far, so I will say those things are mine, right? So when we talk about plural, we make use of these, those. And when we talk about singular, we make use of this and that, right? And all these are known as demonstrative pronouns. Is it clear? Now, when followed by a noun, they function as demonstrative determiner. Now, if I say, this novel belongs to me, right? Now it is followed by the noun, right? This demonstrative pronoun is followed by the noun. So now this is acting as a demonstrative determiner. It is acting as a demonstrative determiner. Remember that T-H-A-T, that, right? Remember that is not always a demonstrative pronoun or demonstrative determiner. It also acts as relative pronoun. In the previous topic also I told you that that is a T-H-A-T, that is also a relative pronoun. So when these demonstrative pronouns are followed by the nouns, these are followed by the nouns, then they do the function of demonstrative determiner, right? Now, this is the whole concept of demonstrative pronouns. When we point out, at that time we are talking about demonstrative pronouns. This, that, these, those are all demonstrative pronouns. Is it clear? Now, based on this concept, we will be doing exercise number K. Come on page number 33 of your book. Use correct demonstrative pronouns in the following sentences. The arrow indicate whether the reference is to something nearby or something distant. Just now I told you, if I am talking about something near, so I will make use of this for singular and these for plural. If I'm talking about something far, so for singular I'll say that, and for plural I'll be using those, right? So let us do the K exercise. Let us do it. All of you are using pencil. I told you that you don't have to use pen. Only you will be using pencils. Alright? Come to exercise number K. First one, R dash commits, and it is where? It is towards the distant side. I'm talking about the far thing. So, are those commits? What we are going to fill? Those. Second one, dash blocks of marbles came from the quarries of Rajasthan. Now I am talking about a nearby sign. So what I am going to use? I will be using these. What I am going to use? These for the nearby ones. Next, dash are not rain clouds. Now the arrow is towards the distant thing. So we are going to use those. We will be using those. I will write those are not rain clouds. Next, whose huts are these? Whose huts are these? Because it is showing nearby, right? And the fifth one, it is dash is a great idea. Is, I am talking about singular. So that is a great idea. With singular we make use of this and that, right? Now arrow is indicating towards distant, so we have made use of that. If the arrow was indicating towards a nearby thing, then we would have used this, right? In Hindi, pass के लिए this, दूर के लिए that, right? ज़्यादा चीजें हैं. Plural if we are talking about, then we are using these for the nearby things, and for the distant thing in plural we are using those. Is it clear? Now come to exercise number L. Rewrite these sentences using the demonstrative pronouns as demonstrative determiners, right? Let us do it. First one is done for you. This is an interesting example. This example is interesting. Now you will do the second one. Is that an empty box? So how you are going to write the sentence? Is that box empty? What you are going to write? Is that box empty? Come to the third one. It is those were difficult years for our family, right? So how you are going to write it? You are going to write those years were difficult for our family. Those years were difficult for our family. Write it down fast. Come to the fourth one. No one buys these though they are beautiful cars. So how we are going to write it? No one buys these cars though they are beautiful. No one buys these cars though they are beautiful. Come to the fifth and the last sentence. It is, why don't you wear this? It is such a lovely frock. So how we are going to write it? We will write, why don't you wear this frock? It is such a lovely one. What we are going to write it? Why don't you wear this frock? It is such a lovely one, right? You will be getting the PDFs, right, for the answers. You can write the answers from that PDF also, but you have to use only pencil while writing. Just you have to understand the concept. What we learned in today's class, we learned about interrogative pronouns, the question words, who, whom, what, which, whose. All these are interrogative pronouns. And next, we learnt about demonstrative pronouns. If I am pointing out something, this, that, these, those, all these are demonstrative pronouns. Similarly, you are going to understand this concept. You are going to complete the exercises till L. Don't worry if you have not filled the exercises. You can fill with the help of PDF also. And side by side you are going to learn the exercise also. I know that all my students are very much attentive and they all will be doing their work attentively. Thank you so much, class.